Hey friends, it's 5 Minute Fridays with it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince. And listen, guys, I love doing this with you. This is that opportunity to segue from your work week into your weekend. And no, I'm not driving; someone else is. But listen, I'm if you never seen one of these videos, listen. I'm V Gordon on all social media. The senior pastor of the Catalyst in Atlanta. I'm excited to do this. I love giving people the opportunity to be able to find and to see Christ in everything. Man, if we can't properly learn how to segue what it's like to see the life of God in a flat tire or in a popular movie, good gracious, we're in what we do. I'm constantly greener grass. This is actually inspired out of a conversation that I had yesterday. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? That I had yesterday with a friend of mine, his mom, and we were talking, and she was giving me an example of something that her sister used to tell her, so her mother used to tell her when she was growing up. And I thought it was so novel, it was so funny that I just wanted to share it with you. So listen, we were talking, and we were just talking about how oftentimes people like to get in comparison traps. And if you've ever watched one of these, you know that's one of the things that I love for us to address. Because listen, the hardest thing about comparison trap is that the enemy make us compare others to competing with our heart, with our mind, becoming the best version of ourselves that the Lord has created us to be. Oftentimes, when we try to compare ourselves to others, we sell ourselves short, because God has taken the time to try to make you so unique, so different, so specific, so individual, that if we were to try to be somebody else, good gracious, no one else could be you. No one else can do the things that you've been called to. And somebody says, well, yeah, other people can sing, somebody else can draw, somebody else can cook, somebody else can build computers, somebody else can fix cars. No. You're missing what I'm trying to say. Your experiences, your grace, your bloodline, it took the 16, 17, the 30, or however many generations of combinations of parents and people connected to that there is, that nobody else could be that. Now, if I wanted to help you understand what the power of the greener grass is, the analogy goes like this. You've often heard people talk about, the grass is often greener on the other side, but what we don't realize is what it costs to make that grass greener. And so everybody wants to have the greener grass, but nobody wants to pay the price of what it costs to have that greener grass. You have no idea. I have a neighbor, actually, that's funny. My neighbor across the street from me, I think I told you all about how she had this infestation of these army worms that overtook her yard. And then not even a whole month later, her grass came right back, super green and lush. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. But what I forgot to tell you all was she also has a subscription with True Green. And so these people come and they treat her lawn, and then she pays a specific amount to let them come and nurture and to fertilize and to process her yard and her lawn. I have a lawn man, but I don't pay True Green to come and take care of my grass. I said that to say this: my grass is green, and when it's cut, it looks nice. But after a few days, when that fescue grows over top of that Bermuda grass, you can see the difference between the different types of grass that's in my yard. When in her yard is all the same. It looks the same. It's all lush and it's green. And it looks like a carpet all the time. Sometimes we like to look at where we are and we compare ourselves to how others are progressing. But I want to remind you, listen, you are who you've been called to be. Don't try to be anybody else. If you are a Bermuda fescue mix, it's okay. Sometimes you're going to look all even, and sometimes you're going to look a little shaggy and raggedy. The idea is stop chaining yourself to the expectations, and I should say the unfair, uncommunicated expectations of others, trying to be what others are when you've just been created to be the exact, beautiful, fantastic version of you that you can be. Listen, my time is almost up. I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments. 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, guys. I'd love to do this with you. Listen, for those of you who are in Atlanta, I encourage you to try to make sure that you set the first on October set that time aside because we are going to be walking back into our building. We're going to be getting back in there. They're working hard to make all the audio connections right, the video connections, making sure everything's all hooked up so that when we get back in our building, we'll have an opportunity to share it with you guys. I can't wait to let you guys in. But until then, you can find us on at Catalyst FDT on all social media, so you can go and check that out. And listen, love you guys. Got to get out here. Talk to you later. That's right. Be your best. Talk to you later. Bye.